Happy Friday to all of you. It is a beautiful Friday evening here in Washington, D.C. Get ready for the big things. We are here. Big weekend. AFC, NFC title games we got to go over. We got to go over some Caps, some Terps. We're going to have our first guest, my brother, Sean Myers, caused quite a disturbance on Facebook the other day, and a Washington Post columnist followed it up with a little Baltimore versus Washington rivalry debate. Should Ravens fans expect Redskins fans to root for them? And do Redskins fans have an obligation to the area to root for the Ravens? Should be good. So, let's get right into it. Championship Sunday. It's going to be, what do you want to say about it? I mean, there's going to be two huge games this weekend, and I'm excited. Start with the first one, AFC title game. Ravens, Patriots. I think this game's the more intriguing of the two. I think it's intriguing because this is the one game where there's a contrast of styles. Obviously, you have the Ravens and their defense, and the Patriots and their lack of defense. They just try to outscore everybody. And I fully expect both of those teams to bring their strengths to Foxborough, Massachusetts on Sunday afternoon. I think the most important person in this game, and I kind of went over this a little bit the other day, that it's Joe Flacco. It's Joe Flacco. We know what Tom Brady's going to do. I mean, he's going to go and he's going to throw the ball 50 times, and he's going to try to throw for 400 yards and score 35 points through the air. We know what the Ravens are going to try to do. They're going to rush the passer, Terrell Suggs, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. I mean, they're going to try to cause disturbance, make Brady uncomfortable in the pocket, have him make mistakes. And a couple years ago when the Ravens played the Patriots, that's how the Ravens beat them. A couple quick turnovers, turned into instant points. Ravens took the lead. When the Ravens have a big lead on somebody, which is rare, but once they get up on you, that's it. They don't blow leads. Their defense doesn't allow that stuff. And we know what the Ravens are going to do on offense. They're going to give the ball to Ray Rice, and the Patriots know that. Even though the Patriots have the 31st ranked defense in the league, you think Bill Belichick doesn't know that they're going to try to give the ball to Ray Rice? Go back to some of those Colts-Patriots games a couple years ago. You know, the ones where Edgerrin James was hurt and they were running around with Dominic Rhodes. Those didn't end too well for the Colts. They knew they were going to pass, and all Belichick did was, okay, we're going to drop 8. Peyton, deal with that. 8 guys running around the downfield. Try to pass on that. Couldn't. And jammed the receivers at the line of scrimmage. They didn't get open. Peyton couldn't find anybody. Had a horrific day. And I have a feeling the Patriots are going to try to do the same thing to the Ravens on Sunday. So that just leaves one thing. What's the unknown here? It's the Ravens passing game. Joe Flacco is going to have to make plays, like it or not. Ray Rice is not going to be able to win this game on his own. The Patriots will score too many points for him to be able to do that. They're playing, Denver or San Francisco. You know, you can Ray Rice can run you to a victory, but not these guys. Belichick's too damn good of a coach, and their offense is too high scoring. You can't. They would have to win the time of possession, I would say 40 minutes to 20 for them to be able to do that. And for them to be able to do that, they're going to have to mix it up a little bit, and that means Joe Flacco is going to have to make plays. And as simple as that. I mean, these guys over in Baltimore, they're talking all this stuff about Joe Flacco. Ed Reed's talking about Joe Flacco. And then Terrell Suggs and Ray Lewis get on the radio the next day and they defend Joe Flacco. There's a lot of stuff going on in that locker room, I think, and hopefully they get it together for their sake because the Patriots seem focused. I've been reading all the blogs, and I've been listening to all the beat writers, and I've been on all four of these team sites this week, just kind of looking for stuff and kind of seeing where everybody is. And the only team that's talking is the Ravens. Vince Wilfork, somebody asked him about Joe Flacco, and the way Vince Wilfork was talking about Joe Flacco, you might have sounded like he was Joe Montana. But it's going to come down to Joe, and is Joe Flacco going to be able to make plays? And I think he'll be able to make some plays. I think what's the key is he going to turn the ball over? He'll be able to make some plays. I mean, New England secondary isn't the best, as we know. Actually, they're downright awful. So hopefully we're going to see the Joe Flacco that Joe Flacco claims he is. The Joe Flacco that took the Ravens 90 yards down the field with no timeouts in Pittsburgh and won the game for them to complete the sweep. So that's a big one. NFC. Giants, 49ers. This is one that I still don't have a pulse on. There's a lot going on in this game, too. Eli Manning, sick with the stomach bug. Now apparently it's going around the team. People are throwing up. 24-hour virus. You got to travel cross country to San Francisco. The weather could be a monsoon. It's been raining for days and days there. It's going to be a sloppy track. But we don't know if it's actually going to be raining for game time. But that could absolutely affect the outcome of that one. This is a career-defining game for Eli Manning. He wins this game, he's going to be in the same amount of Super Bowls as his brother. And I think that's kind of a big deal. I mean, everybody pretty much slam dunked Peyton Manning, one of the greatest quarterbacks of this generation for sure, maybe of all time. And Eli's going to match him with trophies. So, should be interesting. And we'll get in a little bit more of that a little bit later. But for right now, I want to introduce you guys to my brother Sean. He is also a very avid Redskins fan, such as I, and is very passionate about his love for the burgundy and gold. And he put up a little thing on Facebook the other day, and it was a link to a blog that a Ravens fan put on there, and he was basically giving the Washington, D.C. fans a guide on how to jump on the Ravens bandwagon. My brother did not take this very well, and he kind of went a little nuts, and he apparently offended some of my family members who are from Baltimore. So let's get him on here. Sean,